A software developer, a product manager, and a business person walk into a bar. The barman turns and says, actually, I'm going to give you the rest of the punchline of that joke at the end of this video, so keep watching. Because today I want to talk to you about professionalism. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you read this word professionalism? Maybe shirts, handshakes, a nice upright posture, being polite, all that kind of stuff. Well, that stuff is actually all just for show. And in tech companies, none of that even exists anyway. Like many of you, I've been wearing the same black hoodie to work for the last 8 months. And I'm in management now, so I'm really supposed to be a bit more professional than I was when I was a software developer. But I still don't wear a suit. Because professionalism in software engineering is a lot deeper than just what you wear and how you present yourself. Let me explain this with an analogy. What's the difference between an amateur footballer and a professional footballer? That's soccer for our US friends. Aside from how much money they make, an amateur footballer might have really good ball control, they might have really good pace, they might be really strong in a bunch of individual attributes for football, whereas a professional footballer will have all of that, but they'll also have a wider game intelligence. A professional footballer will be able to get in the right position, make the right runs off the ball. They'll have awareness of where every other player is on the pitch and how the game is unfolding. Professional footballers, at least good ones, will be able to actually implement the game plan that their manager wants and control the entire game. Even if they rarely actually try and score a goal themselves, they'll take decisions that influence the outcome of the entire match. And that intelligence and knowing about the bigger picture is the same for professional software developers as well. Professional developers don't just write code, they understand context, they understand the business that they're working for, and they ask questions like, who is this product actually for? What problem are we solving here? And what does success look like for this product? Understanding the why changes everything from how you design features to what you test and what trade-offs you accept when you're building it. And that really is the difference between a coder and a professional software developer. Also, another big factor is communication. Your ability to talk and your ability to listen. Some people call that soft skills, but personally I hate that term because for a lot of people talking and listening is actually pretty hard, but you need to learn how to do it. It's not about writing massive messages in Slack, it's about being clear and being useful. For example, if you're reviewing a pull request, do you actually explain your thinking or do you just write LGTM and get on with your day? So if your product manager asks you for an update, do you give them like a wall of stack traces and all of the intricate details of what you're doing? Or do you try and translate that into timelines and outcomes, considering what your product manager wants when they're asking about this? Professional software developers adapt their message to their audience. And the result of that is that people trust you more. People come back to you more. And this can be a big mindset shift for software engineers. If you think you're just getting paid to write code, you're not. I was like that as well. I remember the first time I realized that my job isn't just to write code. My job is to drive the business forward in whatever industry we're operating in. Professionalism is about making your whole team better. It's not about being the smartest person in the room, it's about being the person in the room that people want there, because you make the whole group stronger. In engineering management, we often use this term force multiplier about really great engineers. The person is a force multiplier on their team, and that means that their presence on a project or a team just makes everyone else better. And it definitely doesn't mean that they're always the best at writing code, but they are the most valuable team members on your entire team because of that force multiplier effect that they have on those around them. So here's a challenge for you. If you're going to take one thing from this video, just one, then ask why more often. Follow through after one of your pull request merges, practice that. Practice asking, why did we do this? And if you can do that, then you're already on your way. So I said at the start, I'll finish that joke. Well, a software developer, a product manager, and a business person walk into a bar. The barman turns around and pours one drink because they're all the same person. And that person is you.